Hello, students, and a very warm welcome to your geography class. I hope you have a book and a pen to make some notes from this class. Our topic for today is your first lesson, our Earth and our solar system. When I was a child, this topic about our Earth and the solar system used to fascinate me a lot. And I would stare into my books and read about stars and planets. And I used to wait for a clear night sky. And in the middle of the night, I would go up to the terrace trying to see the beautiful starry sky and used to wonder where is the planet, which is a star. So today we are going to be learning all of this. So without wasting much time, we will start our first geography lesson, our Earth and our solar system. Well, dear children, do you remember singing Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So, in a clear night sky, we can see many stars. Okay, they are very far away from the earth. Some stars are prominent, means you can see it very clearly, and some are very tiny, very faint. So if you look at them carefully, you will find that many stars twinkle and there are some that do not twinkle. The sun and the moon are comparatively close to the earth, so we can see their round shapes clearly. The sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, and many more are also known as heavenly bodies. Stars. The heavenly bodies that twinkle, that keep shining, are called stars. Stars have their own light. The sun is a star. It is closer to us than any of the other stars. Hence, it appears big. In its bright light during the day, we cannot see other stars. Planets. The heavenly bodies that do not twinkle are called planets. Planets do not have their own light. They get their light from the stars. Planets revolve around a star, even as they rotate around themselves. The solar system. Our Earth is a planet. It gets its light from the sun. It moves around the sun. Its movement around the sun is called the revolution of the earth. Besides Earth, there are 7 other planets that revolve around the sun. They are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. My dear students, when you have ever participated or seen a running race or maybe a 100-meter dash race or a 200-meter dash race, when the teacher says get set go, everybody runs, but everybody will be running in one single track, in one single line. You will never see anybody crossing each other's line. Similarly, in a planet's orbit, every planet in the solar system revolves around the sun along a specific path. So, if the earth is revolving around the sun, it is going to be moving in one specific path. You will never find one planet and the other planet crossing each other's line. Everybody is revolving around its own path, and this path is known as a planet's orbit. If you look at the pictures carefully, you will see that there is a imaginary line that is going around the sun. That is the path of the planet. So every planet will move only in those line or only in that path. It will not change its path. The sun, which is a star, and the planets that revolve around it are together called the solar system. Besides the planets, the solar system also includes various other heavenly bodies. Other heavenly bodies in the solar system. Apart from the planets, there are natural satellites, dwarf planets, and asteroids in the solar system. Let us learn one by one about these heavenly bodies. Satellites. Like how the planets revolve around the sun, similarly, some heavenly bodies revolve around planets. These are called satellites. Like how the planet gets their light from the sun, in the same way, satellites too get their light from the sun. We see the moon at night. It revolves around the earth. Hence, it is called a satellite of the earth. Most of the planets in the solar system have satellites. The planets revolve around the sun along with their satellites. Dwarf planets. We all now know planets along with their satellites revolve around the sun. There are smaller heavenly bodies that revolve around the sun. They are called dwarf planets. Of these, the most well known is Pluto. Let me tell you something. When I was a small child, like y'all in the 4th or the 5th grade, I had learnt in school that Pluto was along with the other planets in the solar system. So we had learned that there were 9 planets in the solar system. It was only in the year 2006 it was declared that Pluto was no longer a planet but it is reclassified as a dwarf planet. Remember dwarf, the Snow White and the dwarfs? Dwarfs meaning small or short. Between the planets Mars and Jupiter, there is a band of numerous heavenly bodies. They are called asteroids. Asteroids also revolve around the sun. Well, children, compared to the sun, other heavenly bodies in the solar system are much smaller. The moon is closest to the earth. That is why it appears to be so big, although it is actually very much smaller than the sun. Well, in the solar system, the sun is in the center and the heavenly bodies revolve around in their orbits. The planets, satellites, dwarf planets, and asteroids are all part of the solar system. Alright, it's quiz time. Look at the questions that is there on your screen, and if you want to take some help from the picture, you can do so. Have a good time playing this small quiz. India has her own space research center called the ISRO, that is the Indian Space Research Organization. On the 22nd of October 2008, ISRO launched a spacecraft to the moon and it is called as Chandrayaan 1. Children, I'm sure last year you must have seen this movie called Mission Mangal. Remember? There was this spacecraft that is going to the planet Mars. Yes. So Mangalyaan is another important Indian space mission. It is also known as MOM, MOM or Mars Orbit Mission. It was launched on 5th November 2013. It got established in an orbit around the planet Mars on 24th of September 2014. ISRO achieved this feat in its first attempt. In its first attempt, it went successfully on the planet Mars. Both these missions, I am referring to Chandrayaan 1 and MOM, there were no people on the spacecraft, and the purpose of these missions is to have a deeper study of the moon and the planet Mars. Man-made satellites. Man-made satellites are put to orbit around the earth. Well, what do? Is they provide useful information for agriculture, environment, weather forecasting, making maps and searching for water and mineral wealth on our planet Earth. Hey children, do you see this image on the screen? Well, would you like to play this game? What do you think these children are doing? And how would you know if you're going to win the game or not. By the way, the name of this game is Tug of War. So, kids, I'm sure if you would like to play tug of war, it is going to be so much fun, right? Trying to pull the other team towards your side and to win the game. Well, something similarly like this happens in the solar system. So all heavenly bodies, they exert a force of attraction or a pull on one another. Okay. Now this force is called the force of gravity. So the sun is also exerting a gravitational pull on all the planets, and also the planets have their own gravitational pull. Okay, try to think about this answer, try to imagine these answers. In which direction do these things fall? Leaves, flowers, fruit from a tree, where would they fall? Um, Something that is rolling from a hill, where would they go? And the rain falling from the sky, where do they go? Why is all of them falling towards the earth? That is because due to earth's gravity, all things on the earth remain on it. And even if you throw something upwards with great force, it finally falls down to the ground. The emptiness between and beyond stars and planets is called space and outer space. Very powerful rockets are used to send spacecraft into space. A tremendous quantity of fuel is burnt in rockets so that spacecraft weighing thousands of tons can be launched into space. In the 20th century, a few countries of the world developed space technology and sent hundreds of spacecraft into space. Our country, India, is well known for the development of its space launch technology. Some spacecraft remain in space. Some are brought back to Earth, while some lands and on other planets or satellites. In some missions, scientists also travel in the spacecraft, and those people who travel in the spacecraft are called as astronauts. Well, students, do you see the image? What is there on the screen? So, people always, as I said earlier, have been curious about the heavenly bodies, like how I was very curious as a kid, and they've always wanted to reach them. So, however, you remember that any object that is thrown, even with great force, will fall back on the earth. So, if you want to send some object from the earth into space, you need to have a lot of power to go against the force of gravity, and rocket technology or the space launch technology is used for that purpose. Well, some of you might be wondering, ma'am, what is the difference between a spacecraft and a satellite? They look same to me. Well, a spacecraft is a vehicle or device object designed for travel or operation outside the Earth's atmosphere, whereas a satellite is an object that orbits the Earth, the moon, or other celestial body. These are natural satellites like the moon or an artificial satellite like the Aryabhatta. Well, I'm very proud to talk about Mr. Rakesh Sharma. Mr. Rakesh Sharma became the first Indian astronaut to go into space in the year 1984. He spent 8 days on a space station for a joint mission of the ISRO and the Soviet intercoms. Seeing India from the space, he said that it looked सारे जहाँ से अच्छा. Well, I'm very proud to talk to you about the women that you see in the image out here. We have Sunita Williams and Kalpana Chawla. Sunita Williams was born to an Indian American neuroanatomist, Mr. Deepak Pandya, and a Slovene American, Ursuline Bonney. And Sunita Williams is an American astronaut and United States Navy officer, and she's done amazing work. If you have the time, go on Google, Wikipedia, and read about her. I'm also very proud to tell you about our very dear Kalpana Chawla, was an American astronaut engineer and the first woman of Indian origin to go to space. She first flew on Space Shuttle Columbia in the year 1997 as a mission specialist and primary robotic arm operator. However, in 2003, Kalpana Chawla was one of the 7 crew members who died in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster when the spacecraft disintegrated during its re entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Well, my dear students, Kalpana Chawla was posthumously awarded the Congressional Space Medal of Honor, and several streets, universities, and institutions have been named in her honor. She is regarded as a national hero in India. So, what have we learned in this lesson? We have learned that the sun is a star. All the other bodies in the solar system gets light from the sun. The sun and the planets, their satellites, dwarf planets and asteroids that revolve around the sun are together called the solar system. Things on the earth remain on it due to the force of gravity. The travel in space, the earth's gravitational force has to overcome. Rocket technology helps us to do that.